Hi guys, welcome back to my video. My name is Olivia, and today I'm going to be talking about my update about my hair. Sorry guys for not uploading. I did have an emergency surgery. I had to get my gallbladder taken out, and let me know down in the comments if you would like a story about that, because it is a story. So my hair, as you can tell, it is shorter, is different. It's a pixie cut. I made this decision by literally going through trial and error and just immediately getting disappointed every single time. So I think where we left off was I was wearing scarves, and that was working for some time until it started irritating my hair and my scalp. Then after that, I tried headbands and that didn't work. So then we went to the dermatologist and I started to get steroid shots in my bald spots. And then I was starting to use the betamethasone. So with that, it's a steroid, so I just put it on my spots, and it's not supposed to help growth, but it's just supposed to let my scalp not be so irritated. So after that few weeks, nothing. Did not work. I tried everything. I even got insurance to cover a wig and extensions. And then I went on Amazon and I bought a human hair wig. I really hated it, and it was so hot, and they also recommended that I shouldn't wear it because it's gonna tug on my scalp and my hair. So then we went to a salon and we went to a professional who specializes in alopecia, and she recommended no extensions, not for a while. And we were looking at the tape-in and we were looking at the keratin ones. She said in the future, when my hair grows back, that is a potential. So then after a while, I got fed up. I cried almost every day. I hid my hair. And unfortunately, because of anxiety and because of me wanting to be in control of my hair and just dealing with that grief, I started picking out my hair. And some people around me just didn't really understand why I did it, and they just thought it was like some bad behavior, that I was hurting myself, but in actuality, it was just me coping. I did contemplate shaving my head, and it was very impulsive, and I just decided to sit with it for a couple days, and then that's when I decided I was gonna go to another hairstylist who specializes in alopecia, and I was going to get a haircut that kind of hid my spots but just gave me this boost in confidence. And I will put some photos up on the screen of just me looking confident, because I think that's the best thing you can have with alopecia when you have bald spots. And unfortunately, it does suck, and we have to deal with it and treat it as we can. The other day, I went to the dermatologist, and because of my worsening spots, they said that the alopecia areata is an autoimmune disease, so it will most likely be there for lifetime, and it's just treating it, and then my hair is falling out. I use a wide tooth comb, and when I use it, I will have like a clump of hair in my comb. And when I'm washing my hair, I'm, you know, I'm trying to be gentle and there's just hair all over my hands. Of course, that makes me terrified. And they said that that might be due to another underlying cause. And I'm like, oh, great. So I'm supposed to get blood work done. So I'll update you on that. I'll just go ahead and show you where some of my bald spots are. And this one is new right here. It was already starting to form. Now it's just kind of there. And I don't know if you can tell, but my hairline is just thinning. And I've noticed this a little bit. And then my worst one is here. So it used to be probably about like right there. Now I moved up there. So I just try to take care of it. And I check my hair. Not every day because it would just, oh my gosh, it would drive me crazy and I would obsess over it, and I don't recommend it. And I recommend that you do it maybe like once every week just to kind of check and have your loved ones check the back of your hair and just to make sure that you're not getting more, and you can treat that as well. And then this one, it's not as bad, but it definitely got a little worse because it was only like here, and now it's kind of spreading through. So yeah, so that's that. But I love this haircut. It covers it. I have bangs and I can style them and it'll kind of cover it. I can curl it, even though I don't recommend using heat, but if you do, use a heat protectant. And there's a lot that I can do with it, and it's hard to maintain because it's funny that my hair grows really fast, but then it sheds and I have bald spots. So, but I'm very happy with this haircut, and if you have similar kind of areas and where it's progressing, I recommend that this haircut is for you. And especially now because I have this one right here, I can just, again, you know, I always style it with heat sometimes or when you get out of the shower, but you know, my bangs cover it. And I can still wear headbands, I can wear scarves, and sometimes I can even use extensions. And I did buy human hair extensions from Sally Beauty, and they're the greatest quality. I got ones with clips that are very sensitive, or are for very sensitive hair, and because of my hair, I can clip them in and it actually looks like I have long hair, and it's long enough to kind of hide it. So I will go ahead and actually do that for you just so you can see that there is hope. So I have been using the single ones because I find those less invasive. It matches my hair color perfectly. And this is the clip I was talking about. It's very lightweight. So I'm just going to go ahead and brush these out. And if you guys would like to see which ones I got, I will put the brand of hair extensions in the description. And I will also put all the medication that I have been taking for my hair loss. And unfortunately, it is a lot of medicine. especially because I have underlying issues that could be causing this. So I think it's just about maintaining your health and wanting to maintain your health. And you know, I'm definitely not happy about my hair, but you know, it's just something you have to deal with. And it's just kind of like that radical acceptance of it is what it is, and I'm trying my best. So then what I do is I just part it gently. And with this, you're like, oh my gosh, how the heck do I put an extension right here? Because I'm balding. I just kind of comb it through. And I just comb it a little bit forward. And then I make sure in the back it's a little parted too. So then I take my first one. And I try not to go this far. So I'll just clip it right here. And then I can do another one over here. And then I can let this down. Yeah, make sure you guys are gentle when brushing your hair, because my hair falls out like nothing. And then we'll do the back. And then just go ahead and clip it. So in the back, what I do is I use the smallest 3-1 I have. So something like this with 3 clips. And then I always start with the middle one. And also, I try not to wear these often because of the tug from them. So that's not, you know, very good to have and over time. And so, like, on occasion, when you're just like feeling, you know, you want to be your best or, you know, look good for someone, this might be an ideal situation. See, and then I go ahead and part it. Okay. And then I just do the same thing on the other side. And this one, I actually can brush a little forward because I do have a little bit more hair. And then I'll take another one. I'm going to redo this one because it's a little loose. So you can also grab the hair and just kind of slide it through and clip. It's in there good. So then what I do is I go ahead and comb this, get the back. Of course it's sticking up a little bit. I can do my bangs if I wanted to. And the bangs probably make it look more once you style it. And it's covered in the back. So then next, see how this isn't kind of not as blended? So then I go a little higher, but then for this one, I may go a little further back, just like that. And then I use my little baby ones, my light ones. And then I just clip it. Okay, I'm gonna be very gentle while you're doing this. I emphasize that. And then I do the same on the other side. Again, little baby one. And then I just do it close to my front. Alright. Just gently overlap. And with, you know, heat protectant and stuff like that, you could also style it and kind of blend it a little bit. Maybe straighten it. It probably would look better straightened because it's a little straight. And then I am going to go ahead and style it for you. So I am just going to be using a straightener just to kind of straighten this out and let it blend. And then I also want to mention that I did get the cue to start using minoxidil. So I am using the hers, and I know that this is super popular and who knows if it works. So this is the aerosol foam, and I find this easy because you just kind of spray it in the spots and you just massage it, and that's it. It's once a day, and hopefully it stimulates growth. And you know, it does take time. They said it could take up to 6 months to a year to even see growth, so we'll see. Okay, so now I got my straightener. So I'm just probably going to straighten my bangs. Well, not straighten them, I'm just making them as bangs. Just make sure you're being like super gentle. I, again, emphasize that because I've tugged my hair out, I've picked my hair out, and it's really not fun, so it's not a good feeling at all. Okay, and because I do have some flies in the back, I'm going to use some sensitive cream. Okay, so this is gel, styling gel, and it is coconut oil, and I find that this is the least invasive on my hair, and it actually like doesn't even act like gel. It just kind of like smooths everything, and I absolutely love it. And again, I just use a little bit, so you run it through the hair, you run it through the bangs. Okay, and then next, sometimes I do this if I don't have my bangs in front, but you see the little spot right there. So I do have the Bumble and Bumble brown hair powder. So this is supposed to make it brown. So. And then, since it's a little spotty, I just go ahead and use a Q-tip, spread it around. If you want, sure, you can use a cotton ball or anything like that. So I'm not happy with that, so I'm gonna do a little more. There we go. Then I'm gonna add a little here, if I can angle it right. Kind of stinks. See? And now it doesn't look as bad. And I can go out with long hair. You see how you can see this clip? You can take your wide tooth comb and just do little ladies. Or sometimes you can put it even lower. I know sometimes it's hard to like get the exact spot every time. Yeah. And then you can brush extensions, let them blend in. I feel like in person it looks a little better, but on camera it'll do the job. So yeah, this is how I went from a long pixie cut to now long hair. And mind you, this should only be for occasion because it can tug, it can mess your hair up even more. So that is my update, and I can update you more again. And again, I think that the pixie cut, the extensions, I think it's a good thing, and I feel way more confident. And I think again, like, it's just coming to the acceptance of like, okay, I have it, I can treat it, and it is what it is, and I'll make the most out of it. And that still means I'll wear scarves, and I'll put little pigtails or something, or I'll curl it, or just kind of let it sit how it is, or I'll wear extensions. So I just think that you need to do what's best for you and what you feel comfortable with, and also what your doctors are comfortable with, and always ask them for advice. And I hope you guys have a great day and a great week, a great month, and set the intention of this month is going to be my month. My hair will get better. I'm going to make it better. So thank you and take care.